Hello and welcome. Very kind of surprise live stream this evening. I haven't done a live stream for quite some time. You're all very welcome to this. I won't be building the Kratos in one sitting, I can tell you that. I'll just be, it's a nice casual sort of stream, I guess. I'll be building it over the next couple of hours, few days. I'm going to try and do a live stream when I can, and yeah, we'll get where we can with it. So without further ado, let's crack on, because it's a big kit. There's a lot of pieces, 200 pieces, and it's a thick box. So yes, welcome to everyone. Happy Horus Heresy Day, I guess. The unboxing for this is now. No, the unboxing for this will be, I think, tomorrow. It's actually going to be tomorrow. So you're getting kind of like a pre-unboxing, I guess. So yeah. This is the awesome sprue, accessory sprue. We've got all of these, which are the main sprues. I've made a decision on this first one at least, that it's going to be Volca everything. Why not? Why not? I really want to pick up a glaive, so yeah, I just thought, okay, we'll do Volca everything. So this is my first experience of building a plastic Horus Heresy miniature, other than the you know, 2 characters. This is the first tank. I thought I'd start with this tank rather than work on the main box, you know, with the Spartan and things, because I think a lot of people will have picked that up today, that box, but maybe not everyone has picked up a Kratos. So L, this is definitely L. So this is a sprue we need, L1 and L2. Let me just put a right. Let's clip these off, and we'll start. I mean, this is the earliest I could start today building. It just gives you an idea of how much time it takes me to do all the videos and get everything done. Yeah, starting hobbying at about 7 o'clock in the evening. So this is the piece L2. Yep, happy Horus Day, everyone. It won't be a Warhammer Wednesday, it'll be a Horus Thursday? I don't know. So that's L2, this is L1. It's going to be great to see the plastic Sakaran. I think it'll be similar to this, with the, you know, sponsons and things. But yeah, so I'll crack on with this evening, see how far we get. And yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. Scambim, how are you doing? It has been a while since I did any live streams. I've been very, very busy. Lots and lots of other things. Just trying to keep the channel on the content, really. But glad to be doing a live stream this evening. Right. Will that come out? I guess it will. Right, pay special attention, because you kind of have to put this together. Oh, that is thick, isn't it? That is a thick one. Put that together, And then you start off with the tracks. You go L3, L4, L5. That's interesting. L5, L5, L5? 1C, 1D. I'm already confused. I guess it's L5. Maybe there's two lots of L5s. There's an L5 at the top and then an L5 at the bottom and then an L6. Why couldn't they just call it L6 and then that L7? Oh, okay. And then an L7, L8, L5 at the front again, another L5, another L5, an L9, an L8, and then all of those extra bits, and then you've done one, and then you'll do the other side. So maybe we'll just do that this evening. Maybe we will just do both of these kind of tracks. Although I'd like to do the tracks and get to... I'd like to get to that stage where we've got the solid base of the tank without the turret. And it reminds me of some of the footage I've seen recently, but tanks without turrets. Who knows where they go, but yeah, okay, right, well, we will take some of the tank tracks off. I'm just a bit wary because I've never built this kit before, so I don't want to get the tracks a bit muddled up, but yeah, they're all different, a bit like a Rhino. So this is an L3. Thank you, Anne. Hope you're well. So we go to the top and then we'll go for an L4. Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, I agree. It's a bit odd. Like if someone's been live streaming for a while and then they don't, you know, some of the videos I have released have been pretty ancient, but some of them, like the Imperium magazines, they're quite recent. So they're about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So that was my, I say, state then. Obviously today, this is my state right now. So two L5s and an L6, which is this one. I'm determined to build these sides of the tank and just the base of the tank, so that next stream I can concentrate on the turret. I almost finished the Wraith Knight, almost finished it. I was close. Two L5s, an L6, and then this long. Is this L7 over here? Yeah, it is. It's a really nice kit though. Put it in the comments if you think you're going to try and magnetize all the options. For me, I'm just going to get multiples, if I can. I'd rather get new models than multiples though. So that's L7. And I think that's all I want to go for at the moment. Just that long piece there. Yeah, L5, L6. Okay. Thank you, Celtic Wonder. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Jan. Yes, you are right. It's not just a lot of work to pay for it. It's a lot of work to live. You know, the cost of living, the cost of everything. You know, it's that on top of the hobbies. Right, so let's clean this up a little bit. I might swap my blade out because I've been using this a fair bit. Yeah, I've been very happy with the books. I know I've just within the last hour made public the rule book video, but if you can watch a little bit of it, it's worth it, because it's beautiful, and so is the army books. They've exceeded my expectations, they really have. I just want to sort of curl up somewhere and, you know, read through them, but I also want to crack on with building these, because other than that Wraith Knight, all of the Eldar models are sort of built and ready to review. So I know a lot of people have been patient for those. Well, yeah, if you haven't been on the live stream for a while, you're more than welcome. Pop a comment in the chat, say hello to everyone, and if you want to make regular contact, there's always the Discord. People have been posting a fair few pictures of their Horus Heresy goodies today. No doubt we'll get updates. Yeah, I was in two minds whether to build the Praetors or this. And I just wanted to start building this. It's been a while since I built a big sort of tank. So here it is, I guess. Hello Kriegsman, how are you doing? Where can we find a link to the Discord? I'll just pop it in this chat and pin it. Bear with me. Here we are. It is... No, what did that do? Okay. We just copy that. And then we'll put it here. There we go. And then, come on, pin. Pin message. There we go. So there's the Discord. If anybody wanted to join the Discord, obviously it's all free and stuff. And there's quite a few hundred people in there, so you're more than welcome to join and chat with everyone. And yeah, a few people from YouTube have made friends with other people on there, which is fantastic. And there's a chat room and all kinds of things. There's also a Legion selector, so you can pick your Legion at the moment. So quite interesting to find out which Legion people have got. You're hoping to get stuck in this weekend, but your delivery isn't until tomorrow. No worries, you'll get it. At least you'll getting it, you know. There's probably a few people that missed out completely. So, you know, hey, it'll come Monday, I guess. I've had that happen before, unfortunately. With a man. Oh, great, thank you. Yeah, I want to cover all of the Chaos Space Marine stuff. Really looking forward to that. I'll probably have a few weeks dedicated to Chaos Space Marines. Right. What I'm going to try and do as well is not just have this as the only live stream for the Kratos. I'm going to have sort of multiples, so we can, you know, build it from scratch. It's quite a momentous occasion, really. The Games Workshop bringing out a large sort of plastic tank, like a completely new one, I'm not talking like a Land Raider or, you know, Repulsor, or something like that. So I don't know if they'll build any other variants based on this template though. I don't know. Unlike the Rhino, I think they will with the Rhino. Oh, nice one, Paul. Nice one. Yeah, that box set is beautiful. I'm quite glad that they made enough of them as well. I guess those 2-week pre-order windows really help. But yeah, lovely box. Lovely book. Really impressed with that rule book. So much to get into with it. Okay. Yeah, I probably will pick up some special weapons and heavy weapons at some point. But I'm just going to have fun with these vehicles and a couple of units. I've got to find my other special weapons and heavy weapons from the Mark IVs. Should be compatible. Right, so let's get preparing these. The book's brilliant. You can't find what the Vexella does for the tactical squads. Interesting. Haven't really looked into it that deeply, I'm afraid. But I'm sure it'll be around there somewhere. I don't think there's much to clean up on this. Well, he says, and then he's find a load of mould lines that are on every stud. I think it's worth spending the time cleaning the model up, or any of these big tanks really, especially at the sort of 70, almost £100 mark. I'm just letting that dry. I don't think there's anything to clean up on that joint wise while it's drying, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mechanicum book that they'll be releasing, but that's a little bit of a way off, isn't it? It is a shame if they don't release anything in that range of plastic, but I'd understand why. Dark Mechanicum though, oh, that'd be incredible. yeah, I can see my Chaos Space Marine force growing a little bit with those new units and Traitor Guardsmen. Most likely release that Traitor Guardsman kit from that kill team at some point as well, like they did with the Sisters and the, you know, Orcs. Okay, this does require a little bit of cleanup per tread. You wanted to get into Horus Heresy for a while, could never justify the cost. Glad GW doing it as mainline. Yeah, that is good. Hopefully it'll bring more people into the hobby, into Horus Heresy as well. You know, and it's a great way of, I say, supporting GW. You know what I mean? It's a great way of kind of sending a message to Games Workshop that, you know, it's a good thing that they've done this. You know, by spending your money. And the more you sort of do that, the more chance they'll release other items and things for Horus Heresy. I guess we are only here at this point because of the success of all of the novels and the resin miniatures. Otherwise they'd have nothing to base their you know, sort of business model on, you know, without any prior sort of sales and things. So yeah, it's a really good thing. Do you ever magnetize your models? If you type in like Warlord Titan review or Nemesis Warbringer Titan review, have a look at those. There's plenty of magnets. So yeah, it's mainly the, say, expensive models that I do. Yeah, I'm not in the sort of business of magnetizing sort of wrists and special weapons, things like that. And also there's the factor of, like, you want to magnetize your models for your, like, personal collection, absolutely fine. For me, I build most of the things, like on camera and stuff, for reviews. So it's usually for, I say, speed. And also I like to show it, like, you know, from the box or whatever as well. So I usually, you know, use what they've used as well. What Legion are you going with, by the way? Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me this, and I just haven't decided. I don't know. I really don't know. I might just keep them black, and then just, you know, pick a Legion. I don't know. Like, I do like quite a few of them. Like, I do like word bearers, but, you know, with my collection, if I painted them all word bearers or traitor, or even not traitors, right, before they became traitors, you know, my whole collection would be a mixture of black and red. Probably have some Imperial Fists in there somewhere. I mean, I think the characters I'd probably paint their actual colours. Like Zephon and Fafnir Ran, I'd like to have a go at yellow. And the Primarchs as well. Oops, I've decided I'll paint those, you know, in their Legion colours. But the actual troops and the tanks and things, because I'd like to use them in 40k, I mean, you could still paint them black and just sort of call them Dark Angels. I could do that, or Raven Guard even. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much. Would it be possible to magnetize the main guns? Possibly. We'll have to have a look when we get to that point. I think there's also the issue of the ammunition that the main gun uses. It's specific to what you pick as the cannon, so you might have to magnetize that as well, because it would look a bit odd you having, like, you know, magma canisters for the Volkite. I don't know. I just think someone would notice that. Well, I would notice it myself if I did that. That's the thing. But we'll have a look when we get to that point. All the other weaponry, I think you can. So, but yeah, we'll get to that point. Alpha Legion if you're undecided. Yeah. I guess another thing that affects people's decision for the Legion is now the Primarchs, now that they've got their new rules and things. You know, that might sway people. I'm not just talking about like the new rules, I'm talking about like the cost of that individual Primarch and what it looks like, because they've been released over such a long period of time that yeah, some have fared better than others, I think. But it's nice, you know, if you've been in Horus Heresy for a while. I'm interested to see what they do with Titans and Knights and Custodes myself, more than the Space Marines. But yeah. 4 hours magnetizing the options for a Hellbrute. Wow. Wow. That is dedication. That is dedication. No, I will not be doing that. Okay. Right, that's those done. We'll have a quick look at this, and then we'll pop them all on, and then we've got the other number of tracks. We'll pop them on, we'll get the armor plates on, we'll do that, and then we'll work on the other one. But so far so good. Bit of repetition at this stage, but you know, if we want a cool, big, awesome looking tank, these are the steps we have to go through. Ooh, have a squeaker. Okay. We are lucky because the tracks will hide some of this. It does remind me of the Land Raider and the Rhino models. Anything else on these sides? No. Okay, we're good to go. Right, let's get them on. So Who is your favourite Horus Heresy character? Wow, what what a question. Oh man, I think Khan is pretty funny. Not Jagati Khan, but Jagatai Khan, but Khan the Betrayer. I think he's a pretty funny character. I think Abaddon is quite complex. I do like Sanguinius with what he goes through. Again, it's difficult for me to sort of say and to explain without going through spoilers. I'd rather like keep it spoiler free. I also like Malkador though, and all the things he has to go through. Yeah, that's a tough question. Valdor's pretty cool. Anyway. Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, good luck with it all. Do you think Games Workshop is going to make upgrade kits for each Legion and the Heresy, different weapons and head options? I think they're going to do different head options and definitely the shoulder pauldrons, because they've already been doing that. So I think they'll continue with that. Weapon options. What do you mean, have like Legion specific weaponry? I don't know. They kind of cover that with the Terminators and the specific squads. I think they've kind of got that covered, unless you mean something else. Maybe a bit of a random question. What you were wondering my thoughts on asking for replacement parts when pieces of a sprue are damaged. I did that some weeks ago when in games. I always suggest you do that. If you've got anything that you're not happy with, contact the seller and see what they can do for you. I always would recommend that. I do that with Forge World. I've had an issue once with the armigers. I bought some Helverins and they didn't have the weapons. They just had multiple legs, which sucked. And yeah, I got that resolved. Because all that will happen is the seller will just put a request through to Games Workshop, and Games Workshop will then send them more product, I guess. But yeah, if you're ever unhappy about anything, I'd always send an email, contact customer services. You think Horus Heresy may exceed Age of Sigmar in popularity? It depends, Alex, where you go. I think Horus Heresy is very big in Australia and I think UK, but Age of Sigmar is big in America. Whereas I think 40k is quite big in the UK. It depends. I think it's very regional specific, from what I've heard of things. But yeah, I think Horus Heresy is quite popular compared to just 40k, I think. Right, how do these actually go on then? So they want you to... Okay. Alright, that goes on... Does it go right at the back though? It looks like it goes right at the back. Yeah, nice. So you're not getting a wobbly track syndrome? Yeah, you know what I mean. Which is pretty nice. So we get to pop that in. And that will go right at the back. While we've got this one out, we'll go for the L4. That should just... Yeah, these are going together very nicely. I like this. Just need an extra pair of hands, don't we all? Right. So pop that one in. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. That one sort of like lands on there. And then 2 lots of L5s. Well, I hope everyone's having a lovely Horus Heresy weekender, celebrating this launch. You got some brand new Space Marines to play with. It's finally here. Finally building a plastic Horus Heresy tank. And there's going to be a lot of content coming out, so. I might need some glue actually. Probably need some more glue after I've built all those 40 Space Marines, right? Oh, I pushed that a bit too hard. I forced it. But good job. It's got armor 14, otherwise my finger would have gone straight through it. This is going to be an interesting, tricky part. Probably quicker and best to just glue on here. Probably. Because not all of those spokes are going to touch. So let's connect that. I like this so far. This is very nice and solid and flat. It's good. Let's cut out the other tracks that will go on the front. So L8 and an L5. I will read the chat in a moment, guys. There's quite a few of you. So L8, another L5, one of these. And another L5. Yeah, I'm thinking for this one, all Volca and the Dozer blade. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, so 3 L5s. Even. And then an L9, which I think is this one. And then an L8. There we go. And that's all of the tracks done. Now we've got these armor panels to put on top of those. Up to you. Might be worth leaving the armor panels off and then kind of painting the tank tracks. I still think it's possible. You can still do it, I think, when you put them on. Okay, let me just read some more of your comments. Would the Death Guard look more like Beakies or more what they look like now? I mean, you could have that armor for them, I guess, and still have them loyal. I mean, Sons of Horus are loyal, aren't they? And they've got it, so it's possible. I prefer the sort of iron armor for Death Guard, though. It's more sort of siege armor, breaching armor. Yeah. Yeah, it's my favourite too. can you do a video of your hobby room, hobby area? It'd be a bit boring actually if I did that. I don't have the space to put up a lot of miniatures and things. In some of these live streams I do kind of show you what's on the shelves and things at the moment. I might do that in another stream. Hoping your box gets goes together. Mortarian's still size of human. How did he become so big? Ask the Chaos Powers. Oh yeah, it's going alright. I've just started really. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the rulebook is fantastic, Alex. It really is lovely. Oh, well, if you've built a Rhino, this is easy compared to the Rhino. Yeah, no worries. This is yeah, Rhino's a bit. I don't know about the new Deimos pattern Rhino, but this is it's a bit more so straightforward. It's more. It's just designed newer, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, it's a lovely chunky tank. Should really have a picture of it somewhere, like on for the stream, maybe in the corner. Maybe I should just put this over here instead of a big pile of grey, which we'll be focusing on maybe. There we go. That's probably a bit better, isn't it? And then I've got the Wraith Knight just stood there, just chilling. Okay, let's crack on. I'm going to get as far as I can with this tank, because I know it'll take a while. But yeah, full Volkite for this one. Never had a mainly Volkite equipped tank, so it's quite cool. I wish you could equip all the Volkite sponsons for the glaive. Hey, now there's a thought. If anybody's got a glaive, could you put these Volkite on there if you magnetized it? I think you probably could. Maybe people are doing that as we speak. It's good to hear me again after such a long break. Kriegsman, I make a video every day, my man. I think I get what you mean, like a live stream sort of, yeah, I get it. You hope Death Guard are due to for some new models soon? I don't know. Well, I mean, the Chaos Space Marines, I guess some of those you can use for Death Guard. I think in the grand scheme of things, Berserkers maybe are pretty high up there. I think that's what we're going to get. Well, we're going to get Chaos Space Marines next, and we'll get some World Eaters and Berserkers. Demon Prince version of Angron, anyone? I think we'll get that. Okay. Ooh. Yesterday you finished your first magnetization. Yeah, definitely, Chris. Yeah, that Wraith Knight. I am loving it. I really am. I think it was like 2000. Oh, I want to say 14. Hold fire. I've got a sprue. Nearby. 2000. No way. 2012. Wow. 2012. So that's a 10-year-old model right there. That Wraith Knight. I honestly didn't believe that it's been out that long. Yeah, that's fantastic model still. Yeah, I'm building mine with the sword and the sun shield thing to give it the invulnerable save. But I've been impressed with it. Nice kit. Kane only knows what colour I'll be painting it. I mean, my craft world is kind of BL tan, but I'm now leaning a bit more towards Eandon. Just repaint everything yellow for Eldar. Not because I'd like Night Spear, but just because the yellow for Eldar has just really grown on me for some reason. And now I guess it's easier to paint than ever. Same Han, or same Han, however you want to pronounce it. Not a massive fan. Although I do like their sort of jetbike only armies. Just read some more. You're trying to avoid buying one Kratos and this video is not helping. I like it. I like your honesty there. One does not simply buy one Kratos, I'll tell you. It's I don't know. When we're getting through the weapon options and things, we'll see what we can magnetize. That might save you a bit of money, but the fact that you can run them in a unit of 2 is, yeah, another positive. I haven't even gone through the rules and things for it. But I will go through them in its review at some point. Currently you're working on Space Marine and Orc Army. Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah, yeah. Nice 3 armies, those. They're my first 3 armies. Orcs were my second army I'd ever collected, straight after Space Marines. And they were completely different than Space Marines, going from a force that had an armour save, and a decent one at that, to no save. I just find Orcs a bit more fun. Like, it seems a bit more of an achievement when you kill something with Orcs, or you survive something. With Space Marines, it's just like, yeah, that should have happened. And it did. I don't know. That's my take on it. Hey, there's quite a few of you now. Hello and welcome. Good evening. Hope you're enjoying your Horus Heresy box sets. Plenty of Horus Heresy content coming to the channel once again. And I will be going back and reviewing Mechanicum and Knights and Titans and Custodes and Sisters, and I'll probably get a few new kits here and there for Horus Heresy. Let me post a question to everybody. If there was one model, and we're talking like Space Marines, not like, oh, Plastic Warlord. If there's like one model in Horus Heresy for Space Marines that you'd like, not Primarchs or the Emperor, that exists currently in resin, what one would you like to see in plastic? If they could do it for you. I mean, my one years ago was a plastic Spartan. Because I just find like the dreadnoughts and things, oh, they're fine in resin. But I just thought to myself, well, Spartan isn't too far away from a Land Raider, so it could be possible. But now it's swapped over to the Xiphon Interceptor, so the flyer. I'd really like to see that in plastic. Mastodon, yeah, maybe. I think with this kit it's possible, looking at it now. It's maybe a lot lighter if they made it. That Mastodon, like, I've got Mastodon in the box somewhere, and I know which box it is just when I go to slightly move the box. Like, yep, there's a Mastodon in that one. I think it's the only model that has rules whereby if it's sort of blown up or destroyed, you leave part of it on the battlefield as a, not a fortification, but as a piece of scenery, because it's so big. The gunship. Yeah, Thunderhawk gunship is a good shout. Nice one, Kriegsman, nice one. You joined 40k because of the Death Guard videos. Haven't added any Death Guard models since 2017, 2018. Do they hate Death Guard? I think your question would be before that. I think they love Death Guard. I think they didn't release any Death Guard models for 18 years. And they have. They brought out a character type dude. What was in the Terminator armor? I mean, they still haven't brought out Berserkers. This is the thing. How many years have people been waiting for Berserkers? What, 30 years or so? Yeah, I think they've done a good job. They've released so much. You know, as someone that's hobbied for a long time, they've released more in the past sort of 6-7 years than they ever have. Like, it's difficult to keep up. You've seen the news and pre-order videos, like they're releasing things every single week. You know, and even with a weekly release schedule, you know, they can't release everything that people want or people expect. Especially if people are you know, just like one faction. Like Sisters, for example. You know, I'm sure there were plenty of people that just like Sisters of Battle, and they waited such a long time to get their plastic force. Likewise, there are probably people waiting for their plastic Berserkers right now, maybe. White Scars jet bites. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah. Death Guard, they do have some really nice minis as well. They really do. But, you know, we're going to get Chaos Space Marines soon, so... As I said, there's probably a few of those models. Definitely the Traitor Guardsmen and things that you could... Death Guardify. It's not a word, but you know, you could mod them a little bit for your Death Guard army, especially like those Demon Torment type models. They look interesting. Yeah, I like those. For me, it's the Xiphon Interceptor. You know, I would like to see a plastic Xiphon Interceptor, just so that I can buy multiples of them. It's a really nice resin kit. This is the thing, and it does get overlooked. And actually, it is a bit pricey now, but I really enjoyed that kit. Okay, that's the second set of tracks to put in. So here we go. Right. Now this is the tricky bit. This is not giving me conniptions, but it's giving me flashbacks to the Rhino kit, because there's a few tank tracks that are one track size, and you have to get it kind of just right to go around the curvature of the wheel. So far so good. It's always a messy bit. Just spotted something. Yeah, the strength, right. Did not think that strength would pull that whole track out. I think this is where the other track will go. I mean, I'm assuming this. So they put the long track on. So these tracks go on and on and on. They go all the way in to this area. But they rest on there, I think. Do they? Or do they actually? No, they actually go in. Oh, cool. Right. Solid. I like that, except there's nothing holding that together there. Come on, super. There we go. It's a bit more like it. And then the final one on here. Like so. Lovely, right, so that's that one track side done. It's nice and solid, not wibbly wobbly anywhere, so good. Right, we'll put these armor panels on it, and then we'll do the other track. Yeah, I like where we're going so far. It's nice. Do you think they're bringing the Thunderhawk transporter back? Oh. What, like in plastic? I don't know. If they bring it back in resin, it'll still be pretty cool. What's your favourite kind of dreadnought aesthetically? Oh yeah, I do like the classic boxy sort of dreadnoughts, Chris, yeah. I tell you what, it's not a dreadnought, it's the Invictus War. No, it's certainly not. It's definitely not that, crikey. I don't know, I do like the Telemon dreadnought. I do like, there's just something about a fancy Custodes dreadnought that is more powerful than a Wraith Knight. There's just something about a Telemon. I don't know. It's yeah, I do like the Telemon. If you can get over the like shoulders being sort of curved like that, but it's probably out of that or one of the boxy dreadnoughts, yeah. Contemptors and Leviathans, not a massive fan of. And Doredios, definitely not either. So L12, this strange looking piece here. I'm in unfamiliar territory now with these pieces. So this is L12, so we'll keep that there. H1, H1N1, oh dear. H1, well this is the L sprue, so we need to find the H sprue somewhere. Is it this one? This is it, H1. What's this? While we're here, we might as well snap off this, clip off even, this, the base. Just while we're here. Bit of sprue maintenance, as I call it. There we go, that'll be the base, so we get an idea there. So H1, oh, we're back to L. L11 and L10. Well, there's your 10. I think a lot of people are going to have fun with this kit. L10 and then L11. Oh. Remember, there's another one of these sprues that is chock full, and it's kind of like a duplicate, but for the other side. So there's L11, and then we've got L15, which I think is, it's either that or this. I think it is this, yeah. This fin type thing. Yeah, put that there. 15, and then that is the whole of that track kind of done. Then we focus on the other one. I did say that, you know, in this live stream we'll probably be doing both of these. Maybe even, because we've cut this out, progressing to, you know, connecting these up. I have no clue, by the way. I have no clue where this goes, how this goes. But I think it's something like, it's got to be something like that, hasn't it? Like there. Yeah, there you go. Connect that to the other one. It's going to be chunky. Very chunky. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Royal Mail are probably putting yours together. Yeah, yeah. Probably. I've thought that before. When an order's been delayed, I've thought, oh, they probably opened it and they're probably having fun with a miniature, and then it's arrived on the Monday and everything's been fine. I don't know. I think Royal Mail have been very, very busy. Well, all of your mail services around the world have been busy. Past few days, delivering all of these boxes to everybody. I mean, yeah, like when you look back on it, technically now the Warhammer stores are selling Horus Heresy in their stores. I know they never got round to selling like Forge World products. I think there's like one store, is it in London or somewhere, where they sell some Horus Heresy minis, some Forge World kits, I think. But yeah, but I think that would be very difficult to sell the Forge World minis in every single Games Workshop store, just because of the number of returns more than anything. But yeah, at least this way they still get to kind of sell. But yeah, the Loyalist book is coming out. The first look is coming out later this week, after the Rhino unboxing. I've got a few things over here, guys. So I've got the big box set. Got the Deimos pattern Rhino, which I'm very, very happy with. It's 2/3 of the height of the Kratos, but the same width. I like that. That's a good box. I got the book. Yeah, it's a bit thin for the price. It's a bit thin. And then you've got the two books. So you've got the rule book right here, which is like 336, and then you've got the army book, which is actually thicker. I've been very impressed with both of these. I mean, they're so heavy though, but still, I need to hit the gym a bit more, I think. But they are beautiful. I mean, if you haven't seen them at all, I mean, like, look, they're absolutely gorgeous. They're with the page keeper as well. So you might think, oh, £40 or whatever, but you know, they could have sold 18, £30 books maybe. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have sold them if they did that. But I thought that was the nice way for them to go about it, I think. Anyway, let's get back to building this big tank. So just prepare a few of these pieces. Okay. You think Custodians would get a new plastic stuff? I don't know. They got a lot of plastic stuff in 40k, like the Alaris Terminators and the jet bikes, and you know, they've now got that amazing Blade Champion. I don't know. Possibly. I mean, their range is very expensive already. I don't know whether they'll just kind of cut their losses and release like the Agamatus jet bikes, I think they are, and the Venatari in plastic. It could. Or even the Palace tanks, which are just a silly price. I think they're like £60–70 now. They're very expensive for what they are. I don't know. I don't think we'll see the Orion dropship or the gunship be plastic anytime soon. They're pretty big models. But the other things, yeah. I mean, that would. I'd be more interested in Mechanicum though. I'll tell you that right now. Or even if they were working on full plastic Thrastus Knights. But again, with models that big, you have to sacrifice something usually. And I think it would be like the posability. You can pose Thrastus Knights incredibly well. There's so much freedom. Anyway. Any new art in the Liber books? I can't tell, Celtic Wonder. Like, I honestly can't tell. Unless I pick up my big black books and look at them like for like. I mean, there might be a bit of artwork from like one of the first black books in there, but it seems pretty fresh to me. But again, you're probably a better judge at that when you look at the first look video that's coming out in a couple of days' time. Yes, Alex, yes. Thank you, Kriegsman. Appreciate that. Thank you for the free beer. I needed that yesterday. It's dropped back down to about 12 degrees now. So yeah, it was really hot yesterday though. Really hot. So thank you. I appreciate that. yeah, keep the questions coming if you can. But it's been a while since I've had this much interaction with you guys. So you can always continue the conversations and questions and things in the Discord. It's all linked up on there. It's all free, obviously. Are those Warhound arms see on the top of the drawer? Yes, yeah, they are. They're Warhound arms. They are indeed. And that is Jagatai Khan in his current state. Yes. Oh, what's this? Is that? I don't know. I've got Lionel Johnson and Volca there for some reason, but I just have. Maybe I need to get a Primarch down from there. That would be quite awesome if I had Sanguinius from down there. Happy to do a little tour at the end of the stream if you want, because it's been a while. We'll go up there and we'll have a look at what's on the shelf. Right, let's glue these then. So it doesn't really give you an order, but it just says sort of pop that. Oh wow, excellent. We'll take that then. I've got to be careful though. There you go. And this will go, I think, over that. Oh, I like that. That fits in, you know what I'm going to say, nice and tightly. Okay, right. So you do have to have this flush. Kind of thought that would be the case. Yeah, so I'd be wary with this gap here. Try and get some sort of thicker glue. This is why I use the GW or the Revel. It's a bit thicker, so nice join. But if you are left with a gap, use obviously the Tamiya to clear it up, and then once that's completely dry, then give it a file and possibly a polish with the other file. Matt, hello sir, how are you? How are you? I do have an Instagram, Celtic Wonder. All of these social media type things, they're all on the first page of the YouTube channel, including the Discord. So yeah, you can follow on the Instagram. I haven't actually posted anything on Instagram. I should have posted the new releases today. I will do that later. I have no idea, Sebastian. I have no idea, Alex. So many people are asking me these questions. Night Lords. Oh yeah, Night Lords. Lovely colour scheme. I like the Alpha Legion colour scheme though as well. I do like both of those. So where is this going? So there it should be. Oh, that. Yeah, these pieces. Quite happy with these. They slot on quite nicely. I give them that. And then we've got these two pieces. These will probably slot on nicely. They do. Like so. And then this as well. And there we have it. That is one side of the tracks done. Okay, on to the second side of the tracks. We're going to try and get the base done at least tonight. I wish I could sit with you guys all evening and do it. That would be pretty awesome, but I do have to do things tomorrow. So let's chop this one out carefully. Carefully does it. Did I file over that? Yeah, that's all good. Just reading some more. Yes, Matt, it does. Yeah, hopefully with no gaps in that Sakaran. And the Deimos, I think you got the Deimos as well, didn't you? That gives me high hopes for any sort of predators or predator variants that they may make. Sorry for the noises there. Right, that's all done. Okay. Yeah, I was going to build like the Praetors tonight, but I'm really glad I started this. The problem about this though is once it's complete, I'm going to want another one. That's the... And I know that you can get them at on Games Workshop's web store and things, but yeah, that's the problem right now is that they've released everything at once. Well, all right, not the Contemptor or the Sakaran, but yeah. I guess that's a nice place to be in the hobby, but more often than not in recent times, it's been the case most of the time where they've released so much that you just naturally get a backlog because they're releasing so many products. Okay, that's the other armour side. I'm going to get those out of the way a little bit. Get these armour panelling, these tracks in order. So start with number 3, very important that. So number 3. Then next door, number 4. Yeah, let's just read some more comments. What's your biggest thing you would change in the first wave of releases? Oh, what a question, Kriegsman. Thank you for that. What's the biggest thing I would change? I'd probably just have the main box set and the 2 army books. You know, because the dice are there and so are the Primarchs. Yeah, I probably would also release the Forge World shoulder pauldrons and heads for the 2. I say the 2 legions, but that's it. I wouldn't have released the Kratos. I wouldn't have released the Rhino. I'd release the book, yeah, the novel, but I'd probably release these like 2 or 3 weeks after. You know, because people that are getting the Age of Darkness box set, they're going to want a Kratos, aren't they? They're definitely going to want a Rhino. And by releasing everything at once, it limits that. It does limit the choice for people. When I mean choice, I mean not like what different types of units they can get, but just what they can kind of afford. And then they have to decide what to pick up, what is a priority. Petrol, it seems, at the moment. Right, let's put this on here. Yeah, would I have released all the books? I wouldn't have seen any harm in releasing the Mechanicum book and the Imperium book. especially as people that are already in the Horus Heresy may well already have those. But if it does coincide with new models, which we can all dream of, then I understand why they've done it. But if it doesn't, I don't know then. Right, once again, we're going to get to the bottom of the tracks and then flip over to the front tracks and then finish off with the armour panelling. Then we can work on the ceiling of the tank, the top of the tank. I want to kind of get to the turret stage tonight without rushing. Right. Interesting. Well, that's hidden then. Oh, you need advice for the Warhound. You've got some strong magnets, and I'm afraid they snap or break when I join the two parts. Should I leave some space between them and glue them with epoxy resins, epoxy green stuff? They snap or break when I join the two parts. Just don't use really strong magnets is probably, and be careful when you're putting the weapons on and taking them off. The only magnets I've had snap on the, let's pull this out of my bum, this Spartan, well, not this Spartan, but another Spartan sized tank where, sorry, you can see it better there, not over there, where the sponsons, what I've done is I've magnetized them. Again, one of you asked if I've magnetized my models. Well, yeah. I think these magnets are a little bit too strong, and they haven't really snapped. They've just come loose out of what they're glued to, and that's just the fault of the super glue. The super glue just wasn't strong enough compared to the magnets. But I've never really had magnets snap or crack unless I've accidentally put them together when I've been handling them. But yeah, I've had them pop out of where they are. But anyway, that is a chunky, hefty, heavy Spartan, that one. But yeah, anyway. Probably should clean that one up a little bit. Much better. Right, let's just put that there for now. Right, yeah, so let's clean these pieces. What we'll do is we'll clean this up, we'll glue it, and then we'll clean the other pieces. Exactly, yeah, this is a thing, like these boxes where you're not obliged to sell half of them, yeah, even better, because then you ended up with quite a nice size force. Pretty much an army in a box. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why the Adeptus Titanicus box sets were so good, because they weren't kind of force specific, Legio specific, and that you could make use of all the models in those sets for your own collection, which is great. What's everybody's favourite model so far at the Horus Heresy plastic release? Does anybody have a favourite one? I mean, I know it's difficult to say, because part of my decision would be based on the kit itself, like number of parts, how straightforward it is to put together, things like that. The hips, you've got 20x2 magnets. No, you should be. Oh, thanks, Matt. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely my favourite model so far. It's just, yeah, they've really hit the nail on the head with this one. You know, plenty of options. It's a big tank. Price isn't too bad. You can use it in 40k. I mean, yeah, like obviously I'll be saying all those things in the review at some point, but oh, nice one, Atreus. Thank you. The Praetors. You really like the new Praetors? Okay. So yes, 2040. That would be. You just can't seem to get into the magnets thing. I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, if you've got some bigger models, you can get into the magnet thing. I can't get into the magnet thing. Like this, the Wraith Knight. I know there are a few people and big YouTubers that have magnetized the wrists and things for the Wraith Knight. Fine, you know, credit to you. I can't. I just can't get into that kind of magnetization. Like sponsons for a Spartan though, absolutely fine. I can get into that. Not that I even need to, because it doesn't have sponsored options. I'm regretting my life now. But I think I did it just for kind of transport and moving it up and down, I guess, maybe. And also, oh yeah, all my Titans are magnetized, like the hips, the heads, the weapons. Makes sense. Not only for transport, but, you know, yeah, there are sad days when 2 turbo lasers on a Warhound will cheer you up. Or 2 Quake cannons on a Warlord will cheer you up. You know. And for those days, magnets are your friend. You know. Right, I think that's filed enough. Yes, Chris, I understand where you're going with that. I get that with just filing bolt gun barrels. Yeah, it's like I'm using the hand drill, and then all of a sudden it's the hole is getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this bolt gun is now a blunderbuss or something like that. I mean, yeah. Oh well, never mind. The worst with the Sisters of Battle, like those Adeptus Sororitas, the bolt pistols for the Zephyrim and things. I swear their bolt gun weapons and bolt pistols are smaller than the standard ones, than the Space Marine ones. And that means that the holes that you drill for the Space Marines ones are too big for those. So you end up with a very tiny sliver of barrel left. You got to be so careful that doesn't split or crack, and then you'd be playing with Tamiya all evening. You like the future Lord of Contagion? Okay. Oh yes, Chris. Yes, you hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, Storm Bolter. Yeah, on Terminators or on a pintle mounted Storm Bolter on a vehicle. Not only do you have to make one hole, you have to make two, and they have to be parallel. Wow, and central. Hobby expert, I think. Could probably do that. It's one of the tests, whether you can drill bolt gun barrels in an equal fashion. I don't know. Okay, right, that's that done. We'll just put these two parts together and then we'll focus on the tracks. We're gonna try and stream for about 3 hours this evening, if we can. So I'd probably say we've done an hour and a half, so another hour and a half. It might be close to 10, 9:50 or so, just to give everyone a bit of a time frame. Why are you sending bits that you're not going to see? I am going to see them in my mind, and that will keep me up at night. It's like painting bits that you're not going to see. That's where I draw the line, though. But then again, yeah, the Reaver, I spent so long painting those damn lower legs, and then I just put a load of armor around them. I spent ages painting those lower legs, and no one will ever see them unless I drop it or it falls off the shelf. It can happen. I've seen it happen. Not to mine, but someone else's. Yeah, enjoy the Warhound. Enjoy it. Yeah, they do, Jason. They're absolutely fantastic. Oh, thanks, Matt. I was wondering where. I mean, I bought some drill bits off Amazon, but quite a few of them broke. So, yeah. Right, let's clear these parts up. Oh no, we didn't even do that, did we? Okay, I need to clean these. Get the sprue extras off. I don't know, maybe a few of you have never kind of built models before, and this is a great help. Or when you get your Kratos, you might want to adopt a couple of these techniques. I don't know. I think we all find our own way, don't we? We all find our own techniques, what works for us. I just don't ever see the point in rushing, unless you're like a tournament player, you know, and you've got like a game in a week, and you have to get a certain size force ready for that game, and you know, then I can probably understand it a little bit. But if you're just building for yourself at home for a collection, you can take as long as you need, can't you? The whole hobby, this process is so relaxing and therapeutic. Even the building, I mean, obviously some people find the painting a bit more therapeutic. I totally get that. For me, it's like a never-ending palette painting. I never seem to finish. Maybe when my eyesight gets worse, then I'll get more into painting, because then I kind of trick myself that it's complete. And yeah, I can move on to something else. I don't know. At the moment, that's the plan for retirement: painting everything. Which just so happens when my eyesight will probably be the worst. Right. Oh, Kriegsman, you're too busy with infantry. What, you're too busy with your Space Marines? That's boring, man. That's boring. If you've seen one Space Marine, you've seen them all. Coming from the guy with quite a few Space Marines. I realise how silly that sounds. No, for me, this Horus Heresy release and things is not about like the individual troops and things. It's all about these new big plastic tanks and kits and whatever else we've got down the line. Because I really want to, because I've got them in resin. This is the thing, guys. I really want to show you them compared and spot the little differences and things. I think I can do that. I'm happy to do that for everyone. Yeah, I'm just wondering what else they've got up their sleeves. I mean, this Kratos tank kind of came out of nowhere. I'd like to think that they've got the, like a Predator and a few other things, planned for us, but this might be it, I mean, the arrow does show new units, and the arrow goes all the way down through the rest of the year, but this could be it. Just the Sakaran and the Dreadnought to go. Be a bit of a shame if it was. I don't think it will be, because they want this to be like a main gaming system. They want this box set to be around for a while. And I think they will support it. I think this isn't the end. I think plenty more minis to come from this range. I mean, I think people will be happy even if they just refreshed the resin minis in plastic. I mean, the real interesting point will be how much they set the Sakaran tank out at to buy. That'll be really interesting. Oh yeah, definitely Kriegsman, definitely. Any big tanks and things, I much prefer to build than just, yeah, infantry. There we are. So, that's one more tank tricks. I like these treads. They're nice. They're not thick. They're quite thin, but they're wide. We'll have to compare this tank to the plastic Spartan, obviously. Hope it isn't too long before they release that separate, and the Contemptor. I wonder if they're going to change the Contemptor though when they do release it separate, because there's no assault cannon, is there? Maybe they'll release one with that in it, if it truly is meant to replace the existing kind of plastic one. We will see. Okay, is that done? Let's put these together then. So again, from memory, we pop this one on here. That'll neatly fit in there. Now I've kept them in order, so it should be pretty straightforward to go through. So I've got this. Like that. And then this one. Oop. We've got this to overcome first. There we go, much better. I do like the way these tracks go on. Probably one of the nicest set of tracks on a plastic vehicle, I think. Yeah, nice and solid again, and we'll go for the other set of tracks, and then it's starting to take some shape. So R8 again, right here. Followed by R5. So these single tracks. You've got an R5, so 3 lots of R5s. Okay, makes it simple to understand. 1, 2, 3. Then an R9. And then an R8. Excellent. let's get these pieces ready too. So R15, if we remember, is this kind of strange triangle shaped part at the back. So we can get that ready. Followed by the R12, this thing. And then R11 and 10, which are these two. R11. And 10. And then we have to go find H1N1. Oh dear. Which is on this H sprue. This is the H1. Well, it's H2, isn't it, this time? Yeah. Which is where one of the little sponson turret mount weapons go on, I think. So, okay, we're making progress. We're making dents in this. It's good. Is the Spartan using the same sculpt as the resin version? No, they'll be different. There'll be slight differences. I haven't got the plastic one built yet. I can't give you a full answer on that one until I do it. No sampler. I just got back and I decided to do a stream. The thing is, if I had put a community post that I was going to do a stream, YouTube have this really annoying thing where if you post 3 videos or more a day, if you then post anything else, like a community post to say that you're live streaming, it won't post that to everyone, put it that way. So you can do 2 videos and then do a live video, or post that you're going to do a live video, and it will notify everyone, but it just won't do it after 3. And if you think about it, I've done the news and pre-order video, I've done the big main unboxing, I've done the rule book, and of course, you know, this would be 4. So yeah, YouTube, they're YouTube, aren't they? A full plastic fire raptor gunship would be appreciated. Yes, it would. That would be amazing. Cool. Right. Caught up with the comments. Let's get cracking with this. And we'll just prepare these tracks. And we get to it again. But yeah, this has been a really lovely kit to go through so far. We're not even at the turrets or the weapon stages. They're the spicy parts, I think anyway. Not this side armour track business. And if you think about it, when they release the Sakaran, that won't take as long as this to build. This is a heavy assault tank. Yeah, the full unboxing of this one will be out tomorrow. So I thought I'd come online and give everyone a live stream build. If I'm not too tired tomorrow evening, I'm not gonna put it in concrete. I might come on and continue this, but don't hold me to that. If I am too tired, I will probably come back on Monday or Tuesday. not as busy work-wise in the evenings next week, so it is possible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to, you know, load this up as soon as I wake up and live stream for everyone, but nope. There we go. Right, just clean these pieces up. Okay, interesting. I have no idea. Zaki, I have no idea. Hello, David. How are you doing? You're curious about two things. Number one, do you read the Dragon Ball manga? No. Number two, if you work outside of YouTube, what industry is your profession in? That's private. I can tell you if I read manga, but anything else, it's, you know, it's private life, man. You know, why do you need to know that? Like, you know, and even if I was to ask you, you could make something up. I'm not saying you would, but you could. You know, it's a shame, I know. There has to be a bit of private life, I guess. I mean, I don't do this as a job. You know, this is my hobby. I share this hobby with you all. That is a hobby in itself, I think. And I think that should be enough, you know. I've been doing it for quite a few years as well. I like doing it. I like sharing this hobby with everyone. It's a lovely community, and we all learn from each other and have debates and share each other's passion and work, and, you know, in the Discord as well. It's really nice. I do like going on there and seeing people uploading what they've been working on. Yeah, it's just a really nice community to be part of. You know, when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't really have this sort of online community where there's quite a few of you that probably live hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from me, and I never had that. It was just very local. Went to a local club for local people. Well, it is Norfolk, you know. Yeah, it wasn't really the internet back then, so we live in like fantastic times when it comes to, you know, this community and everybody being reachable and, you know, all the rest of it. It's great. Do you have a room to store all your models? Well, I store them all over the place, mainly in cardboard boxes. Yeah, because you know, it's I'd love a room. Don't get me wrong, I'd love a room to store it all. Yeah. Thing is, if I had a room to store it all, everybody would want a video of it. I do display a few things, you know. But that would be the dream. That would be great to have a room just for Warhammer, and I know there's a few of you that do. That have your hobby room and it's just got Warhammer in and probably a gaming table, and it sounds like heaven. One day. You're officially collecting 5 armies. Wow. What 5 armies are you collecting? I'm really interested. You need a Warhammer room. We all need a Warhammer room. Come on, don't we? We all need a Warhammer room. Sounds like heaven. Well, what I'd like is, I probably like a display room to display Warhammer that's also a gaming room, and then I'd like another room where I can just do videos, build and, I say paint, build models and just have like a computer in there as well to, you know, probably edit videos or something like that. So two rooms. But hey, you know, that would be good. But it does raise the question whether I am running out of space, whether Super Saiyan is running out of space for all his miniatures. Well, surprisingly, when they're not built, they take up more space. That's not surprisingly. They take up more space when they're not built. When they're built, I can kind of like manage them a bit more. And yeah, that's the crux of it, isn't it? Take them off the sprues, get rid of the sprues, take all of the flash off the Forge World resonant things, get rid of that. But yeah, I do have a fair few things to build right now, especially with this. This is why I'm determined, motivated, disciplined to crack on with this Horus Heresy minis, because I want them. I'm not rushing them. I just want them done. I want them complete. I want to bring you the reviews and things straight after Eldar. Right, that's those done. Let's do the tracks. Oh, you have a big diorama battlefield in your living room. Oh, that's nice. That sounds cool. You're doing your Pro Tour with an axe as a chapter master of your army of Blood Angels. Oh, that sounds really, really cool. That sounds really, really cool. Soups is Cavill. Oh. I'm not going to disclose my bicep measurement. Oh wow, White Scars, Admech, Tau, Imperial Guard, Necrons. See, I've never really collected Imperial Guard or Tau. You're dipping your toes in Stormcast. Okay. Yeah, stacking models of the month. So you've got a few Eldar Chaos Space Marines kicking around as well. Nice. Yes, that sounds good, Kriegsman. Yeah, I'm up for that. An Apocalypse room. Wow, where we just have Titans out all the time. That'd be so cool. There are a few old videos knocking around on YouTube of people's like Apocalypse displays, display type diorama things, and they motivated me massively in the early days to bring content to the channel. So it's actually a really, really good time to be in this hobby and working on miniatures and Horus Heresy and things, because I don't know about you guys, but I feel a bit fatigued from video games right now. Like there's not really much out, not much coming out. Yeah, I don't know, that might just be me. There's certainly a lot of programs and films and things to binge, though. I'll tell you that. Quite a lot of things. Anyway, that could open a can of worms, so let's get back on track with the old Horus Heresy. Haven't reviewed Magnus. Need to review Magnus. It's a lovely mini. It's very difficult, though. He's yeah, 9 out of 10 for difficulty, I'd say that one. But impressive model. Again, surprised not to see the Emperor in the Loyalist army book today. Yeah, very surprised about that. I mean, is he really Loyalist? I mean, can we raise that question now? Because he's not in the book. I thought he'd be in the book. I thought he would be a loyalist, the Emperor of Mankind, but nope, not in the book. So I don't know. Maybe he'll get his own book, because you know the Custodes aren't anywhere to be seen. They'd probably be in that book. Would you like an Emperor model though? I would, even if he didn't have any rules, and they just was like, right, here he is. He's got no rules because he just can kill things by looking at them. I'd be like, yep, that's fine. Give me the model. Same with Malcador, but I think they'd probably give Malcador some rules, being the most powerful psyker. I mean, they probably would. You know, if they can give Vulcan rules, probably give Malcador rules. I know, right? I know. That sounds good, Chris. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'll have to look up for that. The Emperor. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Okay, so I'm just thinking possibly 9:30 would be a good time to sort of call it for this evening, so it's not too late for me. So at least I'm giving you a kind of heads up. I will be going in the Discord for a little bit afterwards if anybody is there, they want to chat, they want to talk about Heresy. You know, the Horus Heresy, not just Heresy in general. I mean, it's not a warrior lodge or anything. I mean, come on. Okay. Right, there we go. That's that one. And then we've got one final one. Worth doing this to these. Just makes them a bit more tidy and gets rid of these mold lines. Okay, right, let's put these on. So start off with this one. R8, I think it is. It's coming together very, very nicely, this kit. I'm enjoying it. Just can't wait to build the Rhino as well. I never thought I'd ever say that in my life. Okay. I wish they'd had this tricky bit at the back rather than at the front, but now all these sneaky GW designers. Just obviously do it for a reason. This is a long piece now, so I think it actually goes to here maybe. So we go in and under. Nice. Didn't think that we need to do this, but we will. Whoa. What do you think of the theory that Sanguinius wins the Emperor from Black Rage? Would we get Black Rage? I thought they got Black Rage from the death of Sanguinius, no? Is that something else? Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but the Emperor got proper beaten up by Horus. Like, really beaten up. The Emperor just couldn't bring himself to kill his son. Let's face it. I mean, anyway, that'll probably be explained at some point. Ed, hey Soup, what's that Eldari looking at? What is the Eldari looking at? I don't know, what is he looking at? He ain't got a head on yet. I haven't put his head on. Her head on, whatever. I don't know. So, we don't know yet. To be continued. You hate rhinos with a passion. But you're wanting to build a few with how the new kit looks. It looks very nice. You can get the rhino doors as well from Forge World. They sell those. So if you wanted a Legion specific one, I think they are compatible from what they said. Might be worth emailing them just to make sure. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's pop these on. So this goes on very nicely from what I can remember. Yeah. Oh, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. I like this piece. Yeah. And then we have this piece. Yep. Again, you might get a bit of a gap there. So just be wary of that. I'm going to try and avoid all the gaps as possible. My first playthrough, my first build through even. Found that part out better than Valrak. Don't know what you mean. Okay. Could he not find that part? sure he's doing fine. I mean, he's not the hobby expert. Come on. We all know who the hobby expert is, but... Right. Slots in nice and tight. Again, up to you if you want to paint the tracks first. I think it's a good idea. You know, so you can get inside and in and around them. I would if time was not an issue. I'll go over with the Tamiya on some of these slight gaps, like that one is already bugging me. Oh, better. Right, so we've built the two sides of the Kratos in record time, I might add. Let's see if we can come together. See if we can bring this Kratos tank into harmony. Bring all these H pieces along with us for the ride. H3 straight away, it's this chunky piece. Along with, I think we've got an H6 and an H4. H4. There it is, this one. H4 and the H6. This thing. Look how big the top of this tank is though. Look at this. Huge mama jamma. Oh, I want to take this out right now. I can't resist. Look at that. Oh, that is chunky. I like that. Okay, H12, which is this thing. H9 is the floor, or the base. So H12 will kind of go there, and then you've got H10, which is where the exhaust stack is. Where did they pull this tank out of? And obviously you've got the Sakaran assault tank, but stick the word heavy on front of it. Right, so that's the proper back, and then H11, I think is this thing. This sprue is nearly done, we've just got the exhaust, which, yeah, unfortunately are in halves, hence why you're getting 8 pieces. And that is the top, and then that's, we're kind of good to go, and then we've just got this H7, this, H5, no? Where's the H7 gone? Oh, it's right here. I think we can get there, I think we can do this. Maybe even do the exhaust. We'll see. We're definitely going to build this and connect it together. And then we've got the fun part, which we'll do another time, which is all the weapons. Like in the unboxing, I made a big point about, like, it explains them. Let's say it labels them. Normally in instruction guides, they don't even say what the weapons are. They'll just go, these are weapons, these are options, this is color coordinated, but this says, you know, heavy bolter ×2, auto cannon, las cannon, and Volca caliber. So for me, I think with the main battle cannon, one, I'll probably have las cannons. With this Volca, I'll have the calibers. And then with the melter, I don't know. I might have the melter with las cannons again, or I might have the melter with heavy bolters. I don't know. I haven't decided on what the third one will be. I might just have the melter with the las cannons, you know. But because they're all 36-inch range, I think. And I would have preferred the battle cannon to be 48. That would have been very beefy. It's a bit of a shame it isn't. But yeah. The cannons themselves, you can, someone asked me this question earlier, you can, because it says don't glue, you can put the barrel itself in there and not glue it, as long as you don't glue this top thing and that top thing as well. and then you can hot swap them. But be prepared, this back panel where the feed goes into the cannon, it is weapon specific. So anyway, I hope I cleared that up for people. That was a question earlier. Okay. Instead of Horus, it was Black Rage Sanguinius. Okay, interesting. Oh, he screamed and yelled and cursed for minutes because he couldn't find a part. What? That is what he said before he cut himself and lost the final picture? Lost the final piece. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Right, let's carry on and we will clean up these pieces, put them on. Then we will call it there, guys, by the time I've done this. And I will be back. As I say, I might not be back tomorrow night. It most likely be Monday. But next time I'll be back, I will put a community post so it won't surprise everyone. And remember, you can always go onto the live streams of the playlists of this channel and rewatch them. Rewatch most of them. Okay, so that's that. And this piece. And finally this piece. This is where the real fun begins. Getting all of these pieces lined up correctly and then making a tank sandwich. A tank witch. Oh, there's some heavy mold lines in there. Oh, the heavy assault tank does indeed include these heavy mold lines. And there we go. Straightforward as that. So let's clean these up. I thought I'd actually clean this piece up, but I guess not. I guess I totally ignored this piece. My bad. He built the tracks today. He's all over the place, cutting himself, throwing over his glue. He couldn't find a part when, and you did it. And instant, and found that very funny. Well, it's not like he hasn't built. I don't want to speak poor of the chap. Maybe he's just having a bad day. I mean, it's not like he hasn't built hundreds of minis, has he? I mean, he has. So, oh well, bless him. I guess we all have some bad days. Must be tough when your only source of income is from a luxury hobby when the cost of living is going through the roof and people have less money for said luxury hobby. It, yeah, must be tough. It's probably quite stressful. I don't know. Maybe that isn't. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe that isn't his only source. I just sometimes I see some of the YouTubers and they are on there all day, every day, live streaming, whatever, and I guess I make that assumption that they do it as their job. I just couldn't ever get into the script thing. I think that's really odd. Like spending 8 hours, writing a script, and then like days on one video, editing it and things. I mean, I don't know. I just. I guess for me, I just haven't got that time to plough into something like that. Oh, right. Oh, fair enough. Sampling, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think the only thing I do is on a Saturday morning on the pre-order video, because it takes me about 2 or 3 hours in that morning, is I will sort of promote the Element Games code, and I will say, you know, I just say thank you to people that support the channel and things. And that's it. Like, I don't think many, yeah, I'd probably say less than 1% of all my reviews and things have I said, oh, use this code or go on this website or something like that. Because it's not my job. This is my hobby. It's my hobby of a hobby. I don't rely on this income. It's any income I get from this goes to making the videos, goes to buying the products. So you get more content, like, but yeah. And yeah, there are plenty of times when I use money from my other jobs to fund this as well, because I just enjoy it. I enjoy this hobby. I enjoy the hobby of making content and sharing things with everyone, you know. Because these things are expensive, you know, they're not cheap. And I think if I can give people a look at what they're getting, and yes, most of the time is when it comes out, so, you know, I can't get anything sooner than release. But I just hope somewhere along the line that's helping someone decide, oh, actually, yeah, it's a £75 tank. It's got all of these options. I only want one, and I'll try and magnetize the weapons. Done. Like, I don't get any money for that. I just, yeah, I would get a sense of satisfaction that I've helped someone make their decision, because it's hard. There's so much stuff out there, and there's so many products out there and units for this hobby, more than there ever has been. It's not like we've just got like 3 or 4 armies, you know, anymore, and they make metal miniatures in blister packs. There's thousands of miniatures out there, aren't there? There are thousands. Anyway, yeah, I went off on a bit of a rant there. Why is Games Workshop so secretive about the heavy metal painting style? Oh, interesting. I don't know. I don't know how you can contact the heavy metal team, actually. I mean, you probably contact customer services, but I'm not sure whether they would know. But you're right, they should share paint recipes and things. That would be great. You know, I mean, that may well be the goal for some people, to get their miniatures looking as close as possible to the miniatures on the box. Anyway. Oh, we have another one. Hello there. Let's hide that one. Excellent. Your videos are so good because it feels like hobbyist to hobby. It is. This is the thing. It is. Like, I'm not selling anything. I don't do this as a job. I'm just a guy. Just a guy building models and now and again painting and just unboxing. It's the thing. Like, I haven't got 3 kids next to me that need feeding. As a result of this channel, I don't have anything that's dependent on this other than the actual content itself. You know, if the YouTube doesn't go well, then the content doesn't stop, but it just, yeah, I'd say it slows a little bit. This is why I've got a great backup called Warhammer Imperium, whereby for 4 days every month I can show you what £8.99 buys in the form of 2 pots of paint. No, I know I joke, but there are some good good deals with that subscription, I tell you. You know, sometimes. And if you're new to the hobby, it's a great way of getting a load of minis really cheap. Oh, thanks, Laser Waffle. I prefer that. Exactly, Sampler. It is different when you're more... Yeah, it's different, yeah. Thing is, I've always viewed YouTube as not stable, because it's not. Because, you know, I've been doing videos here for almost 10 years, I'd say. And income has been up and down all over the place. Then they brought in double ads, and I thought, oh great, double ads, I'm going to get double the ink. Nope. Nothing like that at all. So yeah, I never ever viewed it as stable, because it's up to Google what ads they run, you know, the type of ads, sometimes how many, the length of them, whether there's so many factors involved that you don't really have control over. I mean, what do you have control over? You have control over how many hours you work, whether you work full-time or part-time, and you have options of where you work, depending on your experience and your qualifications. And of course, what you'd like to do, what you're motivated to do. They are the choices you have. But if you make content for a luxury product, and many people can't afford that luxury product anymore, like, there will still be people that will watch it. That's fine. But sometimes, you know, there are people that will just pull out of the hobby altogether, unfortunately. But then they'll come back. Always come back. I had a long hiatus, not because I couldn't afford it, just because I was interested in other things. I think I had a hiatus for about from 2005 to 2012, so about 7 years, 6 or 7 years. Yeah, that's a long time out of the hobby. I think a lot of people got back into the hobby during lockdown. Spent the money that they would be spending on lunches at work, I guess, and commute. Probably work clothes too. I don't know. Don't know what people were wearing at home, working from home. But yeah, spending that on hobby, and they were at the home more as well, which is great. You know, you've got more time to hobby if you're not doing the 2-hour commute every day, or whatever it is for you. You know. Anyway, that's interesting. Bring those topics up. Okay. Oh. Look. Seeing your unboxing reviews videos were a considerable part of me deciding to give building minis a go. Oh, nice one, Chris. Thank you. That's great. That's made my day. That is really cool. Your marine is nearly done. That sounds good, Crow. You would have never bought Mark 10 intercessor armor if Soup wasn't real about it. You were really hesitant about it in 2017. That's good. Why don't you say stuff like, I'll buy a Warlord Titan when I get 50,000 subs? Alex, no. What I should be saying is, I'm not going to buy a Warlord Titan. You're all going to buy a Warlord Titan for me, and then I'm going to make a massive pig's ear about it. Pig's ear on it. How about that? I should be saying, no? Okay, no. No, I don't. I won't. I'd never say anything like that. If I said something like that, it would be something along the lines of, when I hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, I will give away a free Thunderhawk, something like that. They're the things that I typically do say. So it's never like, help me get to this goal so that I will spend more money. It's like, no, I've got those things, and if you want to have a look at the videos, they're there already. I'm not gonna hold my hobby to ransom based on subscriber count. What kind of trickery is that? That's odd, very odd. Anyway, I think we're ready to install all of these things. Oh, that is cheeky. That's a cheeky little underhang. I can't get in again. This is embarrassing. Okay, right. Let's put this on. So I really enjoyed the conversation and topic. I was getting wrapped up into that. Thank you, guys. Okay. So it goes under and over this piece. Lovely. And then you've got this as well. There's slots in there, I think, maybe. Wow, that is not the way I expected it to go in. Okay. Now we're ready. Oh, and then we've got this cupola thingy, which is H5. Oh no, it's disappeared because I've left it on the sprue. You started during lockdown, yeah. Make it bigger Marines, cut the kneecap things off, and you have taller Marines. pro hobby tip right there. See you later, Matt. Have a good one. Oh, nice. 20th Mark 6. Nice one, yeah. Have a good rest. Nice talking to you. Do you think the Empire could defeat the Saiyan race? The Empire? What, like Star Wars Empire? I don't think so. They'd be whipping around like Captain Marvel, wouldn't they? Like translocating through ships and things. Scam rack. Oh wow, I never heard of that. That's a new one. Scam rack. Never heard of that. Oh. When you lot treat me 50,000 subs, I'll treat myself to a Warlord Titan. I would butt the Age of Darkness. I would buy the Age of Darkness box, but I prefer Mark 3. Hey man, I prefer Mark 3 too. Not gonna lie, I love Mark 3. It's better. in every way. But what about those power plants though? No, the power plants are Mark 6 are absolutely awful. For me, it should be, but for me, I like Horus Heresy so much that even 40 Mark 6 Space Marines that are pretty much the same wasn't going to dissuade me from picking up a plastic Spartan. Right, that's my weakness. Big plastic tanks. All right. I mean, it's the fact that you've even tuned into a channel, tuned into a stream where I'm building one. Tuned in. Fired up a live stream. Okay, right. So this is the juicy cupola bit. Oh, that goes together so nicely. I like that. That satisfying is a word I'd like to use today. I feel very satisfied. We have gaps, everyone. Okay, plug in those gaps. Gaps, especially in this corner right here. That's odd. I think we would get them there. Of all the places. Will you do magnetization of the main guns or just build it by rule of cool? I'll build it by rule of cool, but when we get to that point in the live stream, probably in a couple of days, I will go through it, because you can kind of get away without magnetizing stuff, but you need to leave things loose, and that's the downside of having the options, but you can kind of do it. Demon Clown, you started during last year at uni because of lockdown. Now you're working full time, living with your parents. So you've got the money and time for now. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. You know, if you're living with your parents still, again, it's perfectly fine. The average age of a first-time buyer in the UK for a mortgage is, I think, 35, but that's pretty much going up. Yeah, and I've got people that come to me and say, oh, I'm 23 or 22 and I'm still living with parents, so I can't get a house, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, hey, it's tough. It really is tough. You know. But while you're living at home, you could be saving a bit of money and still enjoying the things you enjoy, because you won't have like council tax to pay, you won't have massive bills. I mean, you could probably give a bit to parents to help with the costs, but believe me, it would be nothing like you sort of being on your own, but you've probably experienced that at uni anyway to some extent. It is expensive, yeah. You just want a plastic Leviathan Dreadnought. Yeah, I want the Siege one though. I want the one with the drills and the clippy claws. I'm not a fan of the actual drill itself though, that they've gone for. I prefer the resin one. I have to say that straight away. I'm not a fan of where they're going with that, unfortunately. And now I've got low battery everywhere on all my devices. So did say we'd finish about 9:30, so we're getting there. I just kind of want to put these things together. Right, so back plate, so kind of these, back plate, that should fit nice and snugly. You're painting your Mark III bright purple and gold for Emperor's Children. Yeah, purple looks nice. You'd be all over the Leviathan like an emergency blanket. Well, it's coming out, isn't it? So, you know, it is coming out. Super, what paint did you use for your Warlord? Did you use brushes or airbrush? 2 or 3 thin coats? I used brush. I didn't... The only thing I sprayed was the metal, and I painted every piece individually. So like half of the leg I sprayed like metal, and then I went over it with shade. I went through all the rivets. I highlighted it with, I think, might have been Stormhost, one of the lighter metals, to make it pop. But the armor panels, that was all brush. The borders of the armor panels as well, that was all brush. The lenses, the scorch marks, you name it, it was all brush, except for the base coat of the metal. Hope that helps. I don't own an airbrush. I think I will. I've got access to one if I wanted to use one, but no, I don't own one. I know people moan at me for not having one, and I should really have one. The hobby expert has one, doesn't he? So, exactly, Maximus. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll have a look close. Happy Horus Heresy Day, Toughy Years. How are you doing? Big Tonk. Dual wielding that shiz. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're welcome, Lucas. You're welcome. Like I say, I leave the armor panels off of the Warhound. Sorry, I thought you meant Warlord. Yeah. So you've just got like the legs and the hips. I sprayed all of that metal, and then I went with the detail, because if you kind of like glue everything together or magnetize everything, it's a pain. It's better to have like the hips as one part, and then a weapon as one, and the head as one, and then eventually like kind of build it together, if that all makes sense. I don't know, I don't think I've ever done a full step-by-step playthrough of the other Warhound. It might be on the cards. Okay, so this is odd because it goes at an angle, I think. Looks like it goes at an angle. What is this wizardry? Wow, that is proper wizard. You're a wizard, Kratos. Okay. Yeah, I don't trust this. Any parts that are diagonal, it's a bit strange for me. I mean, God, this in resin would be like getting all this bit with the super glue and things. Ooh, wouldn't like to do that, guys, I tell you. We've been building all day. Nice one, Toffee, nice one. Yeah, there's no way I'd be building the Spartan in a day. No way. So, well done. Snap, snap, punch, punch. No, not at all, Lucas. Not at all. Not a distraction. I like reading the comments. Okay, so we'll put this one on, and it goes. That is lovely. This kit is going together very, very nicely. I have to say, I'm impressed. Yeah, this is definitely... Whoever said they were trying not to buy a second one, good luck, because this deserves a second one. I'm going to say right now. Wow, so they've positioned this H11 or H11 piece at such an awkward angle you can't work out. But I guess it goes in like that. It goes in only one way. That is awkward though. Okay, right, let's pop that in. Okay, so we do need glue on there. And we'll go for that. Nice. Okay. So that's that done. And then, now that we've got this made, we can connect them all. So it'll be something along the lines of, I want to say like there, and there, and there. Way. We're just dry fitting this bad boy. I want as minimal gaps as possible. Don't want any gaps in these tanks. And it might be worth getting some elastic bands ready or something, because I don't have any grippers that will go through the full size. So I would get some bands. But that is kind of where we are. We're going to leave it there. We're not going to glue it. We're not going to glue it. We are going to leave it there for this chunky boy. Oh, come on. Slot. There we go. Look at that. What a chunky boy. Oh. Sorry about that. Stream froze a little bit. Yeah, look at that chunky boy. He is a chunky. I haven't glued it, by the way. It's still sort of dry fit, but I will in the next stream, I promise. Or I might do it off camera, glue it and then leave it so that that is ready. So there's the Kratos. There is a Spartan. All right. Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I'm picking it up like this because it is a resin one. It's wider. The tracks are wider, but I'd say the overall width of the Spartan is still wider. But height-wise, I think Kratos will still be... Oh, that's a good one. With the turret on there? I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? Tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Super Builds a Kratos Heavy Assault Tank. Right, that's it from me, guys. I'm going to leave that as dry fitting, not glued, and I will glue it probably off camera and get it set ready to put this thing on and all of these extras, and then we're on to the weapons. So I'd say we're halfway. Almost halfway. I would say we're halfway. We've just got the weapons and things in the turret to do, which shouldn't take too long. We've cracked it. We've cracked the hard edge of this. We've just run up that hill. That's the resin one. Okay, so possibly, but yep, that's the end of this stream. So thank you so much for tuning in on this ad hoc, you know, spare the moment stream. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your patience for waiting so long for these streams as well. I'm going to try and make them a regular thing, and I'll probably be back Monday or Tuesday, but I will put a community post out. You will be warned. I'm not just going to build this without you guys. So now I'm going to hop over to Discord in the main chat. So if anybody wanted to have a chat, I'll be there for a little bit. But if I don't speak to you again, enjoy all the content. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.